Hey guys, what's up? It's Gavin here from Indie Car Mods, and today is our first episode. And I'm going to teach you guys how to clean out your fuel injectors, get more MPGs, and get more performance out of your engine. For this entire project, all we spent was $12 for one can of Seafoam, and normally they're even cheaper, closer to $7.99. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm on my way down to Napa to pick up some Seafoam to run through the engine. Napa's apparently closed because it's Sunday, so I'm gonna try and hit up O'Reilly's. Don't try and film while you drive, it's very scary. Before we get started, make sure your car is in park or in gear if you have a manual, and pull that e-brake. It's also a good idea to roll up the windows because a lot of smoke comes out and you don't want that in your car. One of the first things you're going to want to do is start up your engine, drive it around a little bit. You might want to go do some groceries, get stuff out of the way, and make sure your engine is warm so it's running smooth. You don't want to do this to a cold engine. It makes it run rough and potentially damage internal parts. So then once you've done that, you start up the engine and pop the hood. Now, just be careful, your engine is hot, and when I mean hot, it's very hot. First thing you're going to want to find is your master cylinder, which is right here. That's where you add your brake fluid. The cylinder is right underneath, and you have some vacuum hosing running from the intake manifold into your vacuum cylinder. And to give you a little bit of background, what this does is it's your vacuum cylinder, and so when your intake creates a vacuum, it pulls back a piston in there, and that's what gives you your power braking. It powers your master cylinder, and so this is constantly sucking air into the intake and creating a vacuum in here. So what you're going to want to do is disconnect, so find somewhere where you can open this tube up. Mine is down here. There's a little grommet, and you hear the vacuum release, but then I just have this tube, and that's where I'm going to fill, and then you just have to be careful because these metal bands, some of them don't open. These ones don't open, but some might. And your car, if you can, you want to do it at the end of the tube so that you have a straw that you can stick into your Seafoam. After you start your engine, you're going to want to take your Seafoam, open it up, pull the cap out, and while it's running, you're going to slowly pour this into here, or if your tube is small enough, you can stick it in. But you want to be very careful not to put too much because it will kill the engine. It needs the proper air to fuel mixture, so really, really slow. And just to let you know, there's going to be a ton of smoke that's going to come out of your exhaust pipe. So you might want to do it in a very open area. Do not do this in your garage. It'll make your house smell like gas and probably kill you. Now that you've gotten all the stuff out of your engine, just let it run until there's no more smoke. And you want to rev it pretty high, up to like 5,000–6,000 RPM, and let it fall back down. And it might die a couple times. It sounds like it's about to die right now. So. Well, that's about it. Just make sure after you're done doing that, you reattach that line. It's very important. If you don't do that, your brakes will not work properly and you will crash into a wall and die. Can hit that subscribe button. Next week we're going to show you how to change your spark plugs, which is something you generally want to do after you clean out your fuel injectors, and it's going to increase performance on your car and give you better gas mileage, which is awesome. Multitasking. And so tune in next week and we'll come back with another episode.